We claim we want absolute emotional openness from our partners. But what happens when that ultimate display of vulnerability triggers a visceral, undeniable recoil? A recently leaked therapy tape exposes this exact taboo. In the recording, a woman named Maya discusses her husband. For 7 years, he was the unshakable foundation of their relationship, never complaining, handling every crisis. Then came a severe accident. Her husband suffered a major back injury. While recovering in the hospital wing, overwhelmed by the physical pain and the bleak reality of his condition, he finally broke down. He held Maya's hand and sobbed helplessly for 2 straight hours. Maya confessed to her therapist that in the presence of his tears, her physical attraction to him permanently vanished. She looked at the man she had been deeply intimate with for nearly a decade and felt absolutely nothing. Her capacity for empathy was overridden by a sudden, sharp wave of disgust. She couldn't even bring herself to touch his shoulder to comfort him. The man she loved had shown a severe moment of weakness, and she was entirely repulsed. When this audio leaked online, the internet's reaction was swift and merciless. Commenters tore Maya apart, labeling her a heartless monster for abandoning her husband precisely when he needed her most. But Maya's reaction isn't a rare moral failing. It exposes the deeply uncomfortable, unspoken rules that govern human attraction. This scale shows the components of the machinery of desire. Physical traits are often propped up by a power dynamic, a protector supporting the protected. In Maya's marriage, this was held up by the Invincible Man archetype, a single pillar carrying the entire psychological weight. Because he handled everything, Maya had a profound security blanket. She never carried the emotional load. When her husband sobbed, the illusion shattered. Without that pillar, the entire dynamic collapsed, causing her physical desire to plummet to zero. When the foundation of safety disappears, the brain struggles to keep the attraction machinery running. For Maya, losing desire isn't a choice. It's a side effect of the mind misidentifying his vulnerability as a threat to her own security. That loss of safety explains the visceral disgust Maya felt in the hospital room. This flowchart tracks Dr. Aris's diagnosis. The partner's vulnerability acts as the external trigger, routing through a hidden subconscious node, fear. Disgust acts as a surface-level defense mechanism, masking that panic. If the protector is weak, the burden of strength immediately transfers to Maya. Maya finds herself trapped in the friction between 2 worlds. She signed up for a comfortable fantasy where she was eternally protected, but she is now facing a reality that requires her to be the caregiver. The awkwardness of the relationship stems from the terrifying realization of her own newfound responsibility, not her partner's tears. To navigate this crisis, Dr. Aris gives Maya a very specific prescription: 1 week of radical honesty. She has to start with herself before she makes any decisions about her marriage. The immediate requirement is to stop looking for the old husband. That invincible version of him never really existed, and the illusion is permanently gone. Before she packs her bags, Maya must answer a brutal question. Is she actually repulsed by his weakness, or is she simply unable to handle the weight of the crown? She must confront her own unwillingness to be the strong one. We repeat the vow for better or worse at the altar, assuming the worse won't alter the core dynamic. But genuine hardship can change how partners perceive each other. Loving a vulnerable, fractured human being is an exhausting reality. It demands entirely different muscles than loving the comforting, unfeeling illusion of a pristine statue. If a relationship requires one partner to perpetually play the role of an invincible superhero, it was never truly intimate to begin with.